Alright, let's bring it in here. PhillyInfluencer.com. I'm your host, Sean Brace, of course. Thank you for joining me. I figured today was a good day to get after it because Chip Kelly addressed the media for the first time this year. Open practices to the media down at the Novacare complex. Lots to get into. I'm going to give you 5 good minutes right here. The things that were hitting me. Of course, the number one topic of the day, Shady McCoy's comments to ESPN, the magazine, first week of May, I believe it was, so only a couple weeks ago. And this is the first time Chip Kelly was addressing those questions. He was peppered, and the same way that he answered those questions when it was brought up by Trey Thomas, remember at the owners' meetings that took place back in March, the same way he answered the questions then, he basically said the same thing today. It's not true. I don't have to address these things in the locker room because the players inside that locker room, they know better. It's an interesting way of looking at it. Chip is very confident in his ways. We know that about Chip. I love the quote of the day. The best quote from the press conference was when he sunned a reporter. From what I understand, there was about 90 people down there. 90. All right, when your average, Philadelphia media is probably 30 to 25 throughout the course of the season, every single day at the Novacare complex. The first day, because of Tim Tebow and the racism allegations, obviously, pumped things up in the Novacare complex. But Chip Kelly's Sunday reporter, which I love that, he basically said that if you go out in life chasing after perceptions, you got a long life in front of you, son. I love that. Chip Kelly going all get off my lawn, Clint Eastwood style, Gran Torino. But it's one of those things where you understand why Shady McCoy said it. He's a disgruntled employee. He's on his way out. He doesn't want to be in Buffalo. Well, that's where he is. And of course, Riley Cooper is still in this team. There's no argument with that. I would have cut Riley Cooper. He would not have played for me. And quite frankly, probably better off. The Eagles would have been better off if they did not sign Riley Cooper to that contract. We shall see what his situation holds this year, because I'll tell you, I don't really expect too much for Riley Cooper. I really don't. Josh Huff is the guy that I'm looking at to solidify that third receiver, maybe creep into that too. We shall see. But today, the first thing that Chip Kelly addressed was the Shady McCoy allegations of racism in the locker room. He said they're not true. He's got no time for it. And like I said, he was definitely peppered with these questions. But Chip Kelly, in Chip Kelly's fashion, it's not one of those things that I have to deal with because it's not who I am. These aren't the things that we look at when we sign players. And it's true. It's all a joke. When you got Stephen A. Smith on First Take going, "These are the things I hear," well, it's nonsense, all right? Because Chip Kelly knows, goes out there and gets DeMarco Murray, gets Ryan Matthews. Come on, these guys are black. Stop it. It's stupid that we're even talking about it, but that's fine. That's one of the things that he addressed. Some other notes that I thought were really interesting from today, the first time he had the opportunity to speak to the media and you, the fam. Number one, open competition at quarterback. I said it all along. I will stick to the script on this one. I'm a little nervous because there is a chance that Mark Sanchez is your starting quarterback for week 1. Got a long way to go. All right, it's the end of May. We still got training camp to go for preseason games. We have a long way to go. But with that being said, Sanchez is comfortable in this scheme. He played okay last year. 4-4 as a starter, 64% completion percentage, 14 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. He played okay. Do I have confidence in Mark Sanchez? No, because ultimately you know that turnover is coming. And that's one of the things that scares the hell out of me. But Sam Bradford will have his opportunity to compete for the starting position. Was unable to go today. It looks like 7-on-7 drills next week. He'll be out there. He was throwing the ball around a little bit, having some fun, but mostly catching some sun rays out there, not participating in drills. No rush on that. Some other stuff that really caught my ear. Marcus Smith, yes, the first-round draft pick from last year, a.k.a. bust. Well, I don't want to go too far just yet. Let's see what the young kid can do this year. Not off to a good start. Dealing with the groin injury. That's a terrible injury to have. But I will say this, Odell Beckham Jr. was dealing with that exact same injury last year, and he came back and bounced back pretty good last year in his rookie season. So, Marcus Smith, get healthy, get the reps in training camp. I'd like to see what you can do this year, maybe getting out the field, maybe special teams. And am I asking for too much from our first-round selection to help out in punt team? We shall see. Nolan Carroll, yeah, that's right, the free agent last year. that the Eagles signed was on the opposite side of Byron Maxwell at the cornerback position today. Again, it's the last week of May, so we got a long way to go. Let's not get too crazy, but he was out there with the first team. That's interesting to me because I really don't look at Nolan Carroll as a starting cornerback in this league. He had the opportunity in Week 16 to show what he had against the New York Giants. I didn't really see too much. I know some other people were really trying to go nuts, but you're really grasping there. Some of the things that you were able to read about Nolan Carroll, he's not a good press cover corner. It's not what the Eagles do at times, but however, there were times last year at the end of the season, remember, Bradley Fletcher had to go one-on-one. I don't have confidence in Nolan Carroll being able to do that. So I'm looking for some other guys to contribute at that position. We shall see. Some guys like Walter Thurmond, who, in my mind, I thought was signed here to play cornerback opposite of Byron Maxwell. However, today, out there catching some reps at safety. You know what Chip loves. He loves the V word. Versatile. That's right. A guy that can go out to the corner, play the safety position, come up, play the pass, make the run, or make the stop on run, whatever it may be. He loves that V word. Well, Walter Thurman's out there trying to get his reps in any which way he can. Nolan Carroll, from what Chip Kelly said, was rewarded because of what he's doing in the off-season drills. He's out there, he's being a leader in the locker room, a leader in the weight room, so he was somewhat rewarded. I don't know if that's the reason why he's out there. I would like to believe that it's because he believes the guy could play, but we shall see. Again, last week of May, let's not get too crazy over here. And finally, I will end on this. Tim Tebow. Yeah, I brought it up in the beginning because it seems like there's about 50 extra people down at the Novacare complex covering the first practice of OTAs for the Philadelphia Eagles. Tim Tebow, that's right. He was brought in here because Mark Sanchez said this. Now remember, Sanchez addressed the media a couple weeks ago and said, from what he was told, you need an extra arm in here because Sam won't be able to go. I'm buying that. There are some other guys in the media that won't buy that. There are some other guys out there that just want to stir the pot, and that's fine and dandy because at the end of the day, you got to write your columns, you got to talk on Sports Talk Radio, you got to come up with your topics. I get that. I'm not buying it. Tim Tebow will not make the 53-man roster. Won't do it. Won't happen. I'm not buying it. Chip touched on the rule changes. I know that there's some people out there trying to foster this idea that, oh, Tim Tebow's the ultimate two-point weapon. Stop it. It's not going to happen. That kick went from a 20-yarder to a 32-yarder. Chip Kelly addressed that today and said, throughout the course of my tenure as the head coach for the Philadelphia Eagles, we are 43 of 45 from that distance. 32 yards, all right? It's a chip shot. If the kicker can't kick that ball through the uprights from 32 yards out, he doesn't deserve to be in the NFL, all right? So get out of here with that. Cody Parkey's going to be fine this year. Not going to be going for 2 every single time. And Chip Kelly, yes, he's the coach. We know what he did in Oregon. Stop it. He's going to kick the ball through the uprights because it's almost the same thing as a 20-yard PAT. That's all there is to it. So Tim Tebow, I don't see him making the 53-man roster. I really don't. I know that there's some people down at the Novacare complex saying he looked good, he looks different. I'm not buying it. I still believe Matt Barkley will be your number 3. I still believe that Sanchez will probably the 2 if Sam Bradford can make it through this summer without being hurt. And I know that that's a big if. We shall see. But I would like to believe that Sam Bradford's going to show enough if he remains healthy throughout the course of this training camp and preseason games that he will be the starter week 1. But we got a long way to go. I know I said that a number of times. It's the truth. It's only May. But football season is right around the corner. I'm Sean Brace from PhillyInfluencer.com. Check me out on YouTube. Check me out on Twitter. Check me out on Facebook. I'm anywhere and everywhere. Just Google search it. You'll see it. PhillyInfluencer.com. Until next time, see ya.